Hello there, Glen here to help you through this most challenging time. Now, there's absolutely no doubt we're in a crisis, is there? In fact, my view is it's a black swan event. I'll explain that in a minute. And I'm pretty sure it's not pretty for anyone, me included. But we can either step up, and take full responsibility of ourselves and our business, or we will most certainly suffer the consequences. Let's not do that. Now, I can tell you I'm stepping up. I'm sure that you're here to do the same. So let's get on with this. And please remember also that it's not the end game, but it is an opportunity to rejuvenate and renew. And that's a brilliant opportunity. So in this video today, I'm going to provide you with 4 simple but highly effective steps that will make your crisis management approach way more effective. Now, these steps I would suggest are a must. Steps that I've used running multi-million-dollar companies, and I've run several of those, and steps that I'm using now running my own company. So please stay with me, as doing this could well be the difference between success and failure. And failure is just not an option. Now, we all face crises in our business and life pretty much every day, don't we? And after all, we are entrepreneurs, and that means pushing new and better ways, which also incorporates risk. Now, most crises are minor, aren't they? But what we're in now is a black swan event, and that's what I believe we're in. And while I'm not a negative person, in fact, quite the opposite, I'm actually very optimistic. I'm also informed and realistic, which leads me to believe things are going to get a little worse before they get better. And that's why the approach I'm going through today is even more important to know and implement. Okay, let me begin by first defining what a crisis is and then also what a black swan event is. A crisis is an event or a series of events that surprisingly disrupt or threaten the stability and continuity of your business, your people, and those associated. Now, a black swan event is different. It's got more magnitude. It has an uncommon combination. It's quite rare and unpredictable, has multiple factors, and can lead to widespread wholesale losses, permanent and unrepairable damage. Now, I think you'd have to agree, without going into too much detail, that we're currently experiencing a black swan event globally. Pretty much everything we knew and trusted and felt safe with is systematically collapsing or can no longer be trusted. Of course, I know that this is affecting you personally. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting me. And that's why I'm here to help you to better manage your way through it. And so now let's get to my 4-step crisis management plan, or what I'd prefer to call my 4 growth accelerator steps. Now, that feels a lot better calling it that, doesn't it? Because it's just as much what we're doing anyway. So now, step 1, which is all about clarity and focus. Now, that must begin with the leader's personal vision, purpose, and identity, or personal brand. If the leader is confused about their own why and who, then it not only creates significant self-doubt, but it will dramatically undermine the confidence and the commitment to a direction. This not only greatly affects the ability to lead, but also the team will know. They'll see it, they'll feel it, and that will send everyone into disarray as well. You just can't have that. Because ultimately, it is the team's energy, attitude, and perspective that will reflect the leaders. And that's why it's so crucial to be absolutely rock solid around the leader's true higher vision, purpose, and unique identity. Remember also, in a crisis, even more so than any other time, everybody is looking to the leader. And so it's important what they say and do. But it's even more important how they control their emotions or vibrational energy, because that actually has the greatest impact on everyone. So to that point, let me ask you a question. If I was sitting in front of you right now and asked you to, in say less than 30 seconds, tell me your personal vision, purpose, and identity, could you? Now, I don't mean your title, role, or your business goals, or any of that stuff. These things are not your true higher self. So I want you to think about that. Take note of your first thought on that, because that could well be your first big red flag. Okay, let's move forward. Now, the second part of step one that is vital is having clarity and focus of your business as well. Now, again, that's the business's vision, purpose, and identity, the core messages, the defining narrative or brand story of the company. Now, my specific method is to closely align that with the leader's personal brand to create like a symbiosis, a coherence between the two. And when that happens, which is really quite rare, it is incredibly powerful, and not only for resilience in times of crisis, but it also accelerates meaningful progression when things are going well. Now, interestingly, these two things might sound pretty obvious, but I can tell you from over 30 years of experience developing brands for leaders and enterprises all over the world, it is rarely the case. And when there's a crisis, like right now, it shows, and it's not very pretty. Okay, now to step two, and that's all about communication. There must be clear, honest, and consistent, positive, but realistic communication, not only from the leader, but from everybody involved. First, because you need to get and share an assessment of what is going on internally and externally and how it affects people and the business. And that needs to come from everybody. There's just no point hiding it, ignoring it, downplaying it. That just doesn't work in a time of crisis, or any time for that matter. Now, it's all got to come out. You want it to come out, and everybody must feel confident in sharing their points of view and their assessment without reprisal. Step three is all about the situation assessment and analysis. Now, this is where everybody must be involved, because we've got to examine all the elements of the crisis, their degree of impact, and what their priority is. Only then can teams be focused and tasks established. Now, at all times I've found it's up to the leader to rally the team, to be the cheerleader, to lead by example, to keep them on track, and to get everybody's input, while also utilising the team to assess potential solutions. Further, I've found this needs to happen regularly and at a specific point in time and place, because that further establishes disciplines, focus, and urgency. Remember always, your people are your greatest asset, and showing them respect and genuine caring in times of crisis is crucial. And that means being open, honest, and vulnerable. Should be doing that all the time, right? Okay, now that brings me to step four. And this is to test, get feedback, take corrective action, and test again. Now, it's unlikely every solution executed, which needs to be done one at a time, really, will provide the optimal outcomes. And that's why everybody needs to be prepared to fail forward and fail often, as they say in Silicon Valley. That's right. Take action, focus the team, and take action. Because taking action is not only strategic, it's therapeutic. Because it's only through this process, really, by setting up good metrics to assess performance and to get a great and quick feedback loop, that meaningful and effective progression can be made, and the crisis can be navigated in the best way possible. Okay, so there you have it. Please believe me when I say that I've rolled out this four-step process in my own business and in many multi-million-dollar brands, and equally lounge room startups with vastly better outcomes. And I've enjoyed many organizations using this approach to not only crisis manage their way through beautifully, but also to take advantage of opportunities that they don't normally see, that are normally hidden in tough times or even in good times. In fact, while it sounds a little bit of a cliche, many people and businesses who have used this process have come through the crisis with better people, because the laggards have a tendency to drop out, a better culture because the team bonds closer, better products and services which are more relevant, distinctive and effective, and better systems and processes. Now, of course, that makes me wonder why this process is not being used all the time for meaningful and transformative growth and progression. So there's really 5 good reasons to get underway right now, because there's just no time to waste. Time is of the essence. And that's where I can help you. And ideally, in the first and most important starting point, the development of the leader's personal brand, because that's my specialty. Although I am equipped to coach leaders through the rest of it if needed as well. Now remember, when the leader is self-aware and has clarity of consciousness from the beginning, the rest will follow that. And that provides your best chance of successful crisis management. So to that point, if you had any trouble answering my question about being able to tell me your personal vision, purpose, and identity in less than 30 seconds, then I'm here to solve that with my unrivaled personal branding method, the BSI method. And I've been using that and testing that and improving that for over 15 years. Now, to help you understand how my approach will work in your specific situation, I'm offering a no-cost one-on-one strategy session with me for those keen to explore this most important work further. So please check the description below for how to make that happen, because I really welcome the opportunity to meet with you and help you to get through this crisis in the most calm, resourceful, and focused way possible. Okay, now to finish off, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and share this video with everyone you know that is in crisis. It's pretty much everyone, right? And we need as many people as possible empowered to not only survive this, or any crisis for that matter, but to thrive in it. And also remember that every week I'll be sharing more insightful new videos on subjects I know that will help you to be a better entrepreneur, a better leader, a better business owner, to run a better and more profitable business. And so please keep a lookout for them. And more importantly, I look forward to meeting and potentially working with you if you so choose. Until then, remember that being a real brand is the key to entrepreneurial business success, a personal brand and a business brand. Okay, onward and upward. Bye for now.